Carlos Perdomo, International Master.
Very good. How old were you, and when did you get involved with chess? And also, how old were you when you really became serious about chess?
I was 7. I started playing. Um, I started watching my father. He was playing with his friend, and that's how I learned. I mean, he started teaching me, and yeah, my first tournament I played when I was 7. I got second place, and that was probably the beginning.
Really motivated you
Yeah, exactly.
to take it seriously. Great. How did you, and how does anyone, become better at chess? How do you become stronger?
Well, you need to play a lot, study a lot, yeah, practice. It is important to really know what to study, and when you play, analyze your games, not try to make the same mistakes all the time.
I think that's one strong point of the camp, because they, after every time they play a game, they come to the masters and you guys do a great job analyzing them immediately. So
Yeah.
that immediate feedback, I think that's fantastic.
Usually, I think I recommend study games. You can learn openings, middle game, end games when you study the whole game.
Is it more important to study, or is it more important to practice? And maybe that depends upon age.
You gotta do both. When you play, it's important to analyze. Yeah, to analyze your games, but you need to study because I mean that's how you really learn and to prepare for the tournaments. And I mean there is a lot of things to study. Usually you should study end games first, middle game, openings. Yeah, because it requires a lot of time, a lot of dedication to become really good.
It's very, very challenging. I'm wondering if you had any ideas or strategies that helped you early on to become a stronger player.
First, you need to become really good at tactics. You need to see the move, because if you don't see the move, you can probably have a lot of knowledge, and then when you play, you cannot really apply that knowledge. And one move that you don't see, then it's gonna mess up the whole game. So you need to really improve your tactics, and then after that, try to improve your positional play. If you do it backwards, it's gonna be really difficult at the end.
Did you have any personal challenges or problems that you had to overcome to become a stronger player and international master?
Yes. Well, when I was 7. I did really good. My first couple of years. I mean 9. When I was 10. The Chess Federation in Colombia, they didn't allow players under 12 to play tournaments against adults. So I kind of stopped playing from 10 till 17. So I lost my best years.
Okay,
They did that for sports with physical contact.
I see.
They applied that for chess. That was not supposed to happen. If you want to be really good at chess, you need to start pretty young. I mean, there is only a few exceptions when you can become really good if you start older. Now kids learn at 4 or 5, so it's
Much earlier.
They need to, yeah. At 8 they are really good now.
What type of effort and study did it take you to reach your current international master level, and how much more effort will you have to expend in order to maybe become a grandmaster? I don't know. Is that a goal? Do you want to be a GM?
That's a difficult question. So when I was 17, I start playing again a lot of tournaments. Analyze games, see. Usually, I like it to read books with the whole game. That was one of the things that I needed to do to become I am. Now to be a grandmaster, I think I wish to do it. I would like to do it, but I think it's difficult because you really need to like train for that, and it's really now it's difficult to have the time to get the time to do it.
Right.
I mean, it requires a lot of time to play a lot of tournaments. I mean, you have to like only play like tournaments, 9 rounds, and feed the tournaments. So that's something that I don't see like in the near future. Maybe eventually, maybe could be a possibility. But yeah, right now I'm not playing professional chess anymore.
Not enough time.
Yeah,
really.
exactly.
Well, how do you or prepare for a match or for a tournament if you were going to play a
Yes.
tournament?
Well, usually, I mean, you need to try to study your opponent. If you know what he plays, I mean, you go to the database, you see the openings that they play, and try to see their weakness. I mean, like the games that they lost, how they lost. If you know the person and if you know, otherwise, you just need to concentrate, focus, and yeah, I mean, it is important, like, to really focus when you play. And one mistake, you could have a winning position. One mistake, and the game is over. So, yeah, concentration, I think, is the key to when you play, and that's.
Mhm. And unfortunately, everyone does lose eventually. So how do you feel when you win and when you lose, and how do you deal with that?
Yeah, well, no one likes to lose. I mean, also sometimes like if you lose against someone that plays better than you, that they outplay you, it's okay. If you lose because you're winning and then you made a mistake, that hurts.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I mean, if you play someone better than you, and then you lose, you learn, and that's okay. I think there's nothing wrong with that. To be a good player, you need to lose a lot of games.
Right.
So yeah, but it sometimes really hurts when you play a good game and then you ended up winning because one small mistake, lack of concentration, or something like that. So
Very good. And I know you've mentioned that you've read a lot of chess books and so on. Are there any books that stand out in your mind that you would recommend that really helped you, or any strong players that influenced your play?
well, the books that I used to read were like in Spanish. I mean, the players. When I was a kid, I went to see the Karpov-Kasparov match in 1997 in Sevilla, Spain. I like it like Karpov style. I know that Kasparov is like, I mean, now I think he's the greatest chess player ever. Karpov. When I was a kid, also I liked it like Fischer, and Capablanca. Those were like the players that I see probably most of their games.
Okay. Do you have any words of wisdom or anything that you'd like to say to the younger generation that might be watching? Or
Well, it's important that if they like it, they're going to find the time to study. Chess requires a lot of time, and it's a self dedication. You need to do it yourself, because when you play, you cannot really teach someone if they don't want to learn. So
Right.
they have to do it, and it's important that they play a lot, learn from the games that they lost, their mistakes, and find the time to study if they want to become really good.